Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about ginseng for ADHD, ADD use as a form of treatment, but not actual treatment because obviously this is just my opinion and from what I know about the supplements and all that jazz. So before we get into that, my disclaimer: I am not a doctor and I am not a chemist. I do not pretend to be either one of those things. I do not encourage the use of any substances, legal or illegal, in this video strictly for educational and entertainment purposes only. So, ginseng has been used as a herbal remedy for a very long time in teas. It has also been used for cognitive enhancement. So the cognitive enhancement side of it is basically where we're going with it today. It has been shown to have a boost of productivity as a so-called nootropic. It's obviously naturally derived. You can get like ginseng root extract, ginseng root ground up, things of that nature. And it's shown to have a boosting effect without any caffeine in it. A lot of people think ginseng, because it's a tea, has caffeine in it, and in fact it actually does not. So ginseng shows a lot of potential for being a different type of stimulant and a different type of cognitive enhancer. So they did a small study on children with ADHD. I think it was only 18 participants, so not enough to necessarily draw any sort of conclusion on. I have not seen any other sort of studies with it, but it did show that ginseng showed a favorable outcome for persons with ADHD compared to placebo. And obviously that is going to be very personal, case by case basis, because everybody has different needs and everyone's individual brain health and brain chemistry is very different. Some people may react badly to ginseng, although I think the side effect profile is much lesser than even that of caffeine or some vitamins. But overall, I think ginseng could be a good cognitive enhancer, and as of right now, it is actually in one of my blends for a cognitive enhancer I use, and that I formulated myself and will hopefully be able to produce and show to everyone else. That's kind of like what I said in my previous video. I'm going to be launching a product, and hopefully it will meet the needs of the target audience, as it's going to be a cognitive enhancer for everyone, but it's specifically with the needs of people with ADHD in mind. Now, like I said, ginseng is a stimulant, so I don't know of there being any evidence of tolerance, but I would imagine, like most stimulants, there is a tolerance buildup, because I can't think of any stimulants off the top of my head in which the longer you use it, the more you take, the less of a tolerance you have. There are certain bizarre medications where they do have an inverse tolerance effect. I think they even claim that with the root kava kava, which is for relaxation. But going back to the point, I would imagine that it has a point where you've used it so much that you would need more and more, as tolerances tend to happen with stimulants. So with ginseng, a lot of people mix it with caffeine and things of that nature to help with their stimulatory processes in their brain and to help them function better. As I talked about in my previous video in this series, if you want to go watch that right now, the idea is that we can upregulate the dopaminergic side of things and kind of downregulate the pain side of things. I don't necessarily know that ginseng operates on the pain receptors, but by upregulating the dopamine side of things, people can actually start to focus on things that they wouldn't necessarily be able to focus on otherwise, especially with persons with ADHD, because that is theoretically what is causing ADHD, is that our dopaminergic pathways only allow us to focus on certain things at once. I say we because multiple doctors have said I have it without expressly diagnosing me with it. They said I should go to a psychiatrist to get diagnosed. At least I think that's what they said. Hopefully I didn't misremember and I don't have a diagnosis of ADHD. I'm fairly certain you have to go to a psychiatrist nowadays because they're the only ones that can actually prescribe medication, since Adderall abuse did become very prevalent. Now, upregulating the dopaminergic pathway with ginseng could be possible, but overall, I don't know that there's any evidence in any sort of study that shows that it has an upregulation for the dopaminergic pathway, making people focus better. But stimulatory products tend to do that in general, so theoretically we can presume that it will have this benefit as well, just like caffeine. Excuse me. Ginseng overall is very powerful. I've heard of people also getting a little bit, I guess you could call, addicted to it. Maybe not, but I've definitely heard of people wanting to drink ginseng tea all the time, which I don't know if you could say they just like the tea or if they're getting a little bit addicted. I think with most stimulants, there's a propensity towards addiction. That's why I don't even take stimulants every day. I definitely don't take the same type of stimulants every day. That's why I think when I have my product out, it would not be an everyday sort of product to take. And I would probably sort of work on making an everyday booster, maybe one that contains like lion's mane for its neural growth effects. But that is going to be it for this video, everybody. I hope you're subscribed to this channel. Please do if you're not already. Please like this video if you enjoyed it. I want to remind everyone to keep their shoulders back and down when they lift, and I hope everyone is having a good one right now. But until next time, have a great one.